Hey, fellas, I wanted to do a very fast response rebuttal to some of the comments. I've seen a consistent accusatory comment on my medium review, impression, whatever. And I just wanted to cover it here. I hate that I had to make a separate video. YouTube used to have this thing where you could kind of embed videos in the comments, and that's what I wish this was. But anyway, this is how it is. And I definitely, because I kept seeing, I probably saw like, out of all the comments I got, me and the dog, on the medium review, there was probably maybe 30% saying the same thing, or two of the same things. The first thing was, Jaffe, you're streaming the game and you're not really paying attention, and thus you're missing a lot of stuff that if you weren't streaming would be obvious. Now, there's a great deal of validity to that complaint, accusation, critique. I think there's truth there, and I'll try to do better. The tricky part is my stream is it's called Gabbing in Games for a reason. A lot of people don't know what the word gabbing means. It means talking. I don't know if it's a Southern thing. I like to talk to the chat. I like to fuck around with the chat. I like to go back and forth with the chat. Go and eat your fluid sandwich. I love it. I love how silly you are. You know, as the night wears on, I love how your silliness pours out of you like a sort of Swiss cheese in the toaster as it gets to melt, as it runs down your... I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe the tie clip is in the photography room, possibly? My theory is that if you're looking just for a quiet playthrough of a game, you know, there's tons of that out there. You can just watch a no commentary track of a playthrough, right? But you're not wrong if you're one of the people saying, yeah, but Jaffe, it takes your ability to focus away, especially with a guy with total raging ADD. There's truth to that. I'll try to do better. But at the same time, though, let me show you what I'm dealing with here, because again, when I'm playing this game, right, I've always been open. I guess they call it backseat gaming. I have no problem with that. If I'm streaming a game and people want to chime in and say, "Oh, do this, try this," great. If I don't want that kind of input, why would I be fucking streaming the game, right? So I'm sitting there with the chat, a very vocal chat. I don't remember how many people we had. It was like late at night. It was like 80 to 100 people, give or take, that were watching the stream. Everybody, I was saying to them, what do I do? Where do I go? I'm confused. There was one guy, it looked like in the stream, who had played the game that I wasn't aware he had played it, but he kind of knew things, but he was kind of holding back, I guess, until finally he just told us what to do. But no one in the stream nobody was like Jaffe, like in the case of the tie clip, go look at the medals. Nobody. Nobody in the stream, or actually a lot of people in the stream, were saying, oh yeah, I've seen reviews where it says it's the same thing. Like, people will spend a lot of time going, I don't really know what to do next, right? So it's not really isolated. But let me show you the problem that I have with it. Is it a problem that's exacerbated if you're streaming and not giving the game 100% of your focus? Absolutely. I concede that. It's a good point. But at the same time, check this out. So everywhere in the game where there's a hotspot, there's a collision volume of, I don't know how many feet it is, but relatively decently far enough away that you'll see not just the X, but the X will pop your eye. It'll flash, right? And we did this when we did God of War, or really any game. When you have pickups, we did this with God of War with save points, where we wanted to navigate the player to a certain place because they kept missing things. So we made sure the save points, which we knew players would always go to, were really bright and caught your eye. And so if you came into a room or a tunnel or a crossroad and people were missing something off to the right, we'd put a save point there, A, because we needed one there, or in that area, and B, because we wanted to direct the player's eye. Well, the ones I was missing, the one in the car, and the one with the tie clip, for example, were the two that really stand out. Both of those, if you look at them and compare the flash of the X, it's barely there. The medals. Okay. Oh, Lord. The medals. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Dumb. I don't know why there's a difference to the pulsing or the scaling of the X icon on some of the interactive hotspots while other ones they're not. But yeah, I missed those because it did not draw my eye as big as much as the ones that were, as you can see, much more clear, right? So, give me a little bit of a break here. I mean, I'm not the only one that had a problem finding this stuff, and it is also a very, not very, but it's a meaningfully different way to express that hotspot that my eye wasn't looking for. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is check out this like elevator sequence, right? So it's asking me, like, it doesn't tell me what I've done to succeed. Like, it tells me that I need to, I guess, power up this box, this electric box by the elevator. So the character goes off and she finds this energy source and she brings that into her body, and she can now take that energy into the world and use it on interactive objects. So you go back to the elevator and you're like, oh, let me put this energy into the box that needs the power to get the elevator going. But you can't tell how to line up with it because of the camera angles, and the character doesn't lock to the box. And you don't really have a projectile beam that's prolonged that comes out of her when she hits the R1 button to send out the light beam. So you're like, did I hit it? Did I get the box? And the box doesn't change visually when you shoot it. It's just that by shooting it, even though there's no acknowledgement of hitting the box, things have changed in the level that, yeah, you can maybe notice if you're looking specifically for them. And that's actually where the dual screen gameplay comes to effect. It's a very cool part of the game, but the game doesn't really train you to look at both screens at the same time. I don't think it's possible to really look at both screens at the same time, like physiologically. And when you're trying to solve a puzzle, your eye is focused in one area. So I didn't even notice that the top part of the level had lit up. It's easy to see when you're watching it, like on this video. But when you're playing it, all your attention is down below, and the game doesn't draw your eye to the fact that hitting that box with the beam has had an important effect. I get you want to defend the game if you like it. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the game if you do. I also get that there's a really weird fanboy thing going on with this game. It means more than it should to a lot of people. I certainly think Xbox should have worked a little harder, even though I know it's not first party, because they knew that this game was going to be a poster child, one of the only poster children they had for a long time, of an exclusive Xbox game. So they should have worked with Bloober to kind of get a lot more of a polish into this. Was it their job? No, But is it their job to promote their hardware? Yes. Okay, so just don't fucking come at me with that shit. I'm tired of that too. It's like, it's not Xbox's job. Yeah, it really fucking is. Their job is to do everything they can to promote their system, to succeed. That's business. Okay? In this case, it was in Microsoft's best interest to put their best foot forward. I'm sorry you don't see that, but that's how winning gets done. That's how it works, pal. Anyway, but here's what I'll tell you, though. I'm going to go back and keep playing this on stream. I'm hoping to do it today, if not today, later in the week, because I do want to give respect to the game, to the developer, a developer who I like very much from their past work. And maybe now that I know where those hotspots, how those hotspots present themselves, I won't have as frustrating a time. So I will be playing this more. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'm going to give it a couple more hours. I will do it on stream. Hopefully I will see you there. And, you know, joking aside and silliness aside, I do appreciate people who pointed out one of the failures or weaknesses of my video game streams, and ultimately potentially that lead into my video game reviews, which is when I play something on stream, it's very easy to miss stuff that's semi-subtle to subtle because I am also splitting my focus with the chat. I will try to do better while not degrading what I consider one of the values of the stream, which is high chat engagement. But anyway, hope you're well. Happy Sunday. Be safe out there, you old motherfuckers. I'll see you soon. Bye.